Hi everyone, in this video we're going to look at the color mix, but we're going to take it a little bit further. We're going to look at this like little target guy. It allows us to click on the artwork and make adjustments actually on the artwork to these sliders by dragging, rather than trying to guess which color we're adjusting. Super awesome. Let me show you how it works. Okay, let's work on this image that we brought in from the last video. What image is it? Click on the eyeball down here, or the eye actually, and this is color 18. Okay, just a reminder that this little info panel is there. Let's go to edit, and what we might do is do a quick light adjustment. Okay, so you wait there. I'm just going to speed this up. Actually, let's click auto and see where we get. Ooh. Okay, so good start. Okay, and we'll leave it there. Okay, what we want to do now is twirl up light, and let's look at color. Let's get down to the color mixer, and we manually went through and went, all right, I need to change these. Okay, and they're kind of a yellowy color, and I can change the colors of them. Okay, what you can do is see this little guy here, this little target. It's called the target adjustment. Okay, what it does is if you click it, this little panel up here appears, which is cool. So we can adjust the hue, saturation, and luminance, which is these three here, which we did in the last video. But we can say, actually, I want to adjust the hue of the thing I'm going to click. Watch this. If I hover above it, can you see it's kind of a rusty brown and yellowy coppery color? Okay, so it's going, hey, I know what colors are in there. And if I click hold and drag it, I can adjust the colors of them. Can you see the slider over there on the right? Okay, you can see it's doing the exact same thing as you would be doing, okay, over here adjusting, but you're doing it on the actual artwork, which is really handy. So I'm going to reset it. Okay, so sky. If I hover above it, can you see it's going, there's blues in here. Click, hold, and I can make them more teal or more purple. Okay, so it's up to you. Often we don't use hue. We might do. We might go, okay, it's quite a blue sky, I want to teal it up. Or it's, too teal and I want to make it a bit more blue. Okay, but most of the time it's bumping saturation and luminance. That's just my experience. So we might say, actually, I want to grab the saturation, grab the sky and yank it up. Whoa! And then find some sort of happy medium. So all we're doing is dragging that slider up like we did in the last video, but we're doing it on the artwork. So let's close it down and start again. So hit the target. That appears, you choose what you want to do. Let's say it's luminance, okay? And what you do is you hover above the thing that you want to change the luminance of. It goes through and says, I'm not doing anything, that appears, okay? And you click, hold, and drag it, and you decide, I want all of this to be brighter. It's just too dark in the foreground here, okay? But I also want to go and change the hue, because it is kind of too yellowy. I want to go actually push it a little bit more green. Not too far green, okay? Somewhere in there. Now, another good way of using this is sometimes, I remember when I was learning this, it's a little bit hard to do it on the artwork, kind of drag these sliders, okay, grabbing the hue of the sky and dragging it around. It's a bit disconnected from over here. So you might want to just use the target, okay, just to make the selection and then use these manual sliders here. So let's click on this and say, all right, click it. You see it jumped to blue, okay? If I click on this and say, click on this one here, oh, turn the target on and then click on this. Can you see it jumped to my yellows here? Now I can make my adjustments and say, actually, I want the saturation to be up and I want it to be like nuclear green. Okay, so you might just use the target for that and you can turn it off. I'm gonna undo that. And also what is quite interesting is I'm gonna turn the target back on. Can you see if I hover above something, can you see it says, if I click it, it jumped to blue. And I kind of know that because can you see there? It's got like next to my cursor there, the editor will zoom in. I've got a big giant blue circle and a teeny tiny something or other. From this distance, maybe teal. Okay, but it's saying that I'm going to adjust mostly the blues and a teeny bit of the teal. Down here, it's going to say I'm going to adjust, a lot of the oranges, but also a bit of that yellowy copper color, a lot more evenly. There's two colors kind of going on in here. And down here, you might be like, there you go, I'm adjusting teal and a little bit of green. And that's kind of weird because sometimes my brain goes, hey, that's, if I'm going to adjust these trees are green. Of course they are. So I'm going to go pick green. But actually, if I let the computer decide, it knows that actually, if I zoom in, remember Command or Control, drag across, with all the distance, okay, and the kind of, I don't know, what do I want to say, the haze in the, the far background, okay, they're getting quite white. So it actually is this teal color. All right, so I'm going to go back to fit. So that might be handy. You might just go, all right, I'm going to turn this target on just to go, what are you? And then work your way through the saturation, hue, and luminance. There you go. That's what that thing is. It's awesome. Allows you to adjust directly on the artwork. Okay, you can click it and do it manually, or you can make adjustments down here and decide luminance of this color, click, hold, and drag. Oh, look at there. Discovery. Now what I want you to do is experiment with this one, okay, and have a play around with this other image I've got in here. Okay, so play around with the tone, the color mixer, and try and work on this targeting, like work on it on the artwork and make sure hue is fun. Okay, so down here you can adjust the hues of these things, which is cool, but also looking at saturation and luminance, just a bit of practice. Not a class project, just an extra one in there you can have a play with. We'll do a class project in a little bit. All right, my friends, that is it. That is using the color mixer a little bit more advanced using this targeting feature. It's awesome. See you in the next video. All right, that is the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like. It helps me out. Also subscribe to the channel because there's lots more Lightroom content where that came from. If you are sitting there thinking though, I wish you'd just do a course, you know, take me from zero to hero all the way through Lightroom and show me everything. Oh, you're in luck. I've got something called the Lightroom Essentials course. There'll be a link to it in the description here. So check that out if you want to go from zero to hero in Lightroom. But for now, carry on, like and subscribe.